All right, so you are pretty much done. You should be able to play your...
It's now recording what I say, so I might say iPad magic. And you'll notice that when I'm...
So yours hopefully sounds just a little bit better than my draft copy. So I would make some final edits if I wanted. All the different things that we talked about with the Ken Burns, the transitions, the title screen, the music. One other thing I do want to show you is I know a lot of you have used iMovie before. This was a feature that I hadn't learned. It took me a couple years to learn, so I wanted to show it to you. If you're coming up here and you go to the plus button, and right now I'm in audio, so I want media. And I'm going to go ahead and add something, or let's say I want to add something. Now when I first click on that, you will see that there are 3 dots. Most of the time we just click the plus button, but the 3 dots give us a couple different ideas of what we can do. So one of the things we can do is we can actually do a split screen, okay? What that does, you will notice, is it literally splits the screen. It would allow one of my pictures to be on one side and one of the pictures to be on the other, okay? Another one that you might be able to do, so we did split screen, we can do a cutaway. Okay, so it starts that slide and then it kind of cuts out into it. So it's just kind of another way, it's almost like putting a picture on top of another picture that you have. Probably not one that you're going to use very often. All right, and then we can try doing, let's do this one. A picture in a picture. This one's really cool because you'll notice that I can now have a picture on top of a picture. So that's another cool option that you can add. Let's also do a green-blue screen. Okay, so this makes it so that there's something going on in the background, but there's also this photo sitting in the front the entire time. So for those of you who are experienced in the iMovie and you are done with everything and you want to just try something different, this is another option that you can try. Is try some of those different options for photos. This is not something you need to do. This is completely optional. But what I do want to show you is how to export. Now that you're completely done and you're happy with your project, what you're going to do is you're going to go up and click Done. That then brings you to this screen. You're probably going to want to name your video. So what you can do is click right here onto the movie, and we will call this Movie Magic, as it's kind of my play around video. If I want to go back to edit the video, I can click Edit, but if I'm happy with it, I'm then going to use what we call kind of a share button. It's usually got an arrow in it, meaning that it's going to send this somewhere else. And at this point, we are going to save the video. It doesn't matter really too much what you save it as. I usually do HD 720, but really it just kind of depends upon where you're sending it. It's then going to export your video, and when it's all done, you will see that it shows up in your photos. Now, one of the things I'd like for you to do today, since many of you guys have a great start, is after you export this video, upload it to Seesaw, and we're going to kind of share some of your projects tomorrow. Again, if you have any questions, don't be afraid to stop in office hours.